250 workers within the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, the EMPD, have criminal records for various crimes, including rape and murder. That's according to the Ekurhuleni MMC for Community Safety, Letlhogonolo Moseki. The DA is reportedly accusing the city of hiring convicts and not taking accountability for it. Ekurhuleni's Metro Police spokesperson, Kelebogile Thepa, joins us for more on this discussion. It's incredibly disturbing to say the least, Kelebogile. What does this say about the checks and balances of EMPD?
Good afternoon, Michelle, to you in studio, and again to the viewers at home. It is quite disappointing to learn that 250 of our employees do have criminal records. This is, of course, a process that cannot be bypassed on the basis that with the recruitment and selection process, such checks and balances are put in place through verification or vetting of these individuals.
And clearly they're not working.
Michelle, it is understood that, at certain points that a person once absorbed into a system and starting to work, or rather within the employment, they then go and acquire these criminal records, and it would be a reflection of what we are experiencing as a department.
So are you saying that these records are acquired after they've been employed, these people have been employed in EMPD?
That would be correct, Michelle. As a prerequisite, it stipulates on the advert that there shouldn't be any criminal record found, or rather any illicit activity registered against the person's name. So that which would be a matter that is dealt within the recruitment and selection process, that nothing will be found in that regard, but only now that, out of its own accord, when the department has taken to do this proactive exercise of just ensuring compliance, that it's still as it is, and then the discovery of the criminal records. Was
this proactive, though, Kelebogile, or was it in response to a question by the DA spokesperson for community safety in Ekurhuleni?
This was a proactive initiative from the department where it has taken out, in the entire country, we are the first to actually conduct such vetting for all its officials. All 3,449 of us underwent the same procedure.
So I want to hone in on this issue that you say these criminal records must have been, and you'll rectify me if I'm getting it wrong what you said, right? The criminal records must have been acquired after these people were in the employ of EMPD. But there are a number of cases that date as far back as 1985, 1992. There are some cases, one inspector was charged with 2 cases of assault committed in 2005 and 2006. One was convicted of fraud in 2004. So I really want clarity from you this afternoon, Kelebogile. Is it a case of acquiring this criminal record while in the service of EMPD, or is EMPD employing people with criminal records because their checks and balances aren't working?
EMPD will never employ anybody with a criminal record on the basis that during the employment or prior to the employment, such vetting verification gets conducted. So also just to make it known that prior to the amalgamation and the establishment of the EMPD, that we had traffic departments where within the amalgamation that it might have emanated that those people have already acquired those criminal records.
So what happens now? So there's at least 167 workers within EMPD that have criminal records, right? 83 more are still going to courts for crimes that they allegedly committed. Those 167 that have the criminal records, what's the process now?
The process is that as a department we are engaging human resource, that all checks and balances, as you alluded earlier, are then being adhered to. And of course, taking all various factors into account, all the legal prescripts again that governs us as law enforcement, and of course that being the Labor Relations Act, which would speak volume on the relationship between an employer and employee.
When did EMPD come to realize that there are 167 workers that are in EMPD that have criminal records? It's now February 2024. When did this come to light?
Immediately after the entire verification process was done. So it commenced in 2022, And further, again in 2023, where it reached finality just late in 2023, and that's when we had the data released and further reported back to the various committees within the city.
But for now, they are still in the employ of EMPD.
We do confirm that, yes, they are, although that, the next course of action is yet to be determined following engagements with human resources and various stakeholders.
I mean, it's a difficult one, right? Because it speaks to the faith and trust of community members in Ekurhuleni. How am I supposed to be a resident there and trust law enforcement when there appears to be a whole range of people in the employ of EMPD, not appears to be, there are, with criminal records?
There's 3,199 employees who do not have criminal records, who still go out, serve and protect the community of Ekurhuleni. And we just wish to reiterate that the status quo should remain, and that these, of course, the matter being sub judice, it will be brought to finality.
All right, Kelebogile Thepa, let me thank you for your time this afternoon. The spokesperson for EMPPD, the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, as we continue to track the story of workers within the department with criminal records.